Okay, I wanted to say a bit more about crazy making that I didn't get to say in my pajama video. Very well executed piece of work. What I wanted to say more about the crazy making is, if you think about what narcissists are all about, it's all about power and control and winning. They will win. They're so competitive. I've developed the 3 C's of narcissism. It's not what you think, although it also applies. Okay, get them in the right order. Compare, covet, and compete. That's a whole nother video that I'll get to, but it might, just saying that might make sense to some people. So the whole control thing is, what do predators do to their prey? They weaken them. They make them tired. They go after the most vulnerable, weak prey. So the crazy making actually starts when you're onto them. That's when you become crazy. When you're starting to go, hang on a minute, this isn't right, this isn't normal, this doesn't feel right. All of a sudden, in seeps that you're crazy. I tell people first now, I get in first. I'm like, ooh, crazy me. So someone's, if I come across a narcissist and they pull the crazy card out on me, I'm like, well, I told you. That's not going to work on me anymore, ever again. The problem where we have to take responsibility is we accept someone else defining us. We go, and we do it because we are capable of insight and self-reflection, and they're not capable of that. And they know that we are. It's all power of suggestion. It's psychological warfare. It's they're just going to mess with your head. So it's to control you. If you think you're mentally ill, you can become reliant on their point of view. You can become dependent on them defining you. I went and got help because I kept trying to prove that I didn't have a mental illness. I was going to counsellors, not getting any help there. In the end, I was like, you know what? I want a psychiatrist. I went and saw a psychiatrist, and I walked into her office going, I'm crazy. I need to know what's wrong with me. I'm crazy. And she said, Kylie, people don't walk into a psychiatrist's office saying, I'm crazy. People who are really crazy don't know they're crazy. She said they think everyone else is crazy and they are fine. That's kind of not necessarily true. 1 in 5 of us will have a mental health issue at some point in our lives. That's a real statistic. I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder, so I have a mental health condition. I'm studying for a diploma in mental health at college, and everyone in my class has a mental health issue. There's bipolar, schizophrenia, PTSD, dissociative identity disorder, borderlines. Funnily enough, the one thing we don't seem to have in there is a narcissist, unless I haven't spotted them. So all this calling you crazy, a psychiatrist practicing for 20 years couldn't find my crazy that you said I've got. Why don't you go and see a psychiatrist? Why don't you go and see one? We'll find out whether you're crazy or not. I started saying, I will take it from a professional that I'm crazy. I'm not going to take it from some dumbass who has an agenda, who didn't even finish high school. What do they know about psychology? We buy into it because it happens so slowly. It's just tiny little things at first that just invade your psyche. And you want the relationship to work. So you're trying to fix you. Like I said, it's the looking inside ourselves all the time, and that keeps us off balance. We're not then paying attention to what they're doing to us because we're too busy trying to fix ourselves so we can please the narcissist. If only I fix that, if only I can stop doing that, stop being like that, then everything will be okay. And that's where we get caught in that trap of letting them make us believe that we are responsible, that it's our fault this isn't working. But that's never going to change. It's just another control tactic. It makes them feel superior if you're mentally ill. If you're not mentally ill, it's going to be something else. Alcoholic, drug addict, child abuser. Just pick something, label you with it, and then also what they can do then is be the victim later. They tried to help you, didn't they? Poor alcoholic you, poor mentally ill you. They did everything they could. Just no hope for you. So they can smear you to people later so that they get off scot-free because you were whatever they said you were. So they can be the hero where they're looking after you and they're there with your mental illness. Gosh, you're so lucky that you've got me because without me, you'd be off the rails. No, with you, I'm off the rails. On my own, just all mental illnesses just seem to disappear. So it's very much used to control you. You can go and seek this validation and proof that it's not you that's crazy, and you can present it with them and it won't make any difference. You know what they'll stop doing then? They'll just stop kind of calling you crazy, but there'll be something else. When I put my foot down and said, why are you going out with someone who you think is crazy then? Oh, who you know is crazy. Why are you doing that? Like, well, if I'm so crazy, why don't you just leave? Okay, so maybe I'll just take my crazy and I'll leave you. When I started doing stuff like that, the crazy calling stopped. But then they have to find a kind of new tactic, which they will. So try not to buy into the whole crazy thing. Recognise why they're doing it. It's a setup and it's a trap, and they will orchestrate situations that make you look crazy, and then they will sit back, cool as a cucumber, and go, oh, look, see? Haven't I been telling you all along that he is crazy? They will set you up and trap you. It's all part of the master plan, and they know what they're doing, and I'll talk about that in another video because I don't want to go too long over time on this one. But yeah, if you can just, you don't need to look at yourself when they're doing that, because everything about a narcissist and everything they're doing is about them. None of it's even about you. How can it be when the only thing going around in their head is themselves? They don't even really know you. They know the you that they've created. They know the you that they've projected every shitty quality they've got onto. So you can use that to your advantage. They're so focused on themselves that they really probably don't know you as well as you think they do. They know how to push your buttons. Sure, I'm sure anyone could do that if they really wanted to and had the energy. But, I really don't think they know you. They know the mask that they've given you to wear. So you can keep that to yourself, that you know that. because that might come in handy later, the fact that they didn't know you as well as they thought they did. Yeah, it's just, it's so easy to get caught up in the looking at you. Everything about the narcissist is about them. Your healing isn't about the narcissist. Your healing is about you. But I'll do more on that later. So I hope that's been a little bit more help about the whole agenda for the crazy making. We don't need to buy into it. Don't let anyone tell you what you are. You define yourself. You define your reality. So what if you're crazy? We're all crazy. Have they never lived in a major city? Have they never been to a nightclub and seen people on drugs? Have they never met some of my friends? It's like, the whole world's crazy. Society's geared to be narcissistic. Just keep your head on the bigger picture, because they're trying to zone everything in on you, and it's going to be used to blame you for everything that they do. You've got to be really mentally strong to hold on to your sanity if you are stuck in a situation that you can't get out of with someone who's narcissistic right now. It'll all come together as you go through. It does. If I can make it out of what happened to me, anyone can. It nearly killed me, seriously. So if I can do it, anyone can. And it's hard, but you can do it. You can. But first thing is to kind of just remain mentally strong and resilient against that crazy making. Just get some help. Go and see a therapist. Try and find someone who understands the disorder a bit. Get that validation from groups, friends, family, wherever you need to get it from. Don't believe that you're crazy, because even if you are crazy, what are they doing? Abusing a mentally ill person? That's a bit sick, isn't it? See what I'm saying? So, once again, I hope that's been a bit more helpful. Okay, hopefully I'll talk to you again soon.